Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. Okay, so Apple just finished its huge September event, and wow, they dropped a ton of new gear on us. New iPhones, new watches, new AirPods, but you know how it is. With all the announcements, what's a real gotta-have-it upgrade, and what's just, marketing fluff? Let's break it all down. All right, here's the game plan. We're going to start with that crazy thin iPhone Air everyone is talking about. Then we'll get into the main iPhone 17 lineup. After that, we'll see what's new for your wrist and your ears, and then we'll wrap it all up with the software and the big picture takeaway from the whole event.
So we have to kick things off with the biggest conversation starter of the day, the brand new iPhone Air. And no, this is not an iPhone 17 Air, it's a totally new thing, and it is all about one central idea, being ridiculously, impossibly thin.
I mean, Apple's own tagline here really says it all. In a world where phones have only been getting thicker to cram in more battery and bigger cameras, Apple just did a complete 180, pivoting right back to worshiping at the altar of thinness.
And just look at the difference. It is stark. We're talking 5.6 millimeters. That's not just a little thinner. That is a massive reduction compared to the regular iPhone 17. Which, of course, brings up the big question. What did they have to sacrifice to get there? What's the catch?
Well, you'd think it would be performance, right? But surprisingly, no. Apple actually packed the Air with the same Pro-level A19 chip, a gorgeous big display, and a really tough build. The main trade-off, really, is the camera. You get one super capable 48-megapixel lens, but you do lose out on having a separate ultra-wide or a zoom lens.
And this brings us to the elephant in the room. The one thing everyone immediately asks when you make a phone this thin. Where on earth does the battery go? I mean, it is the #1 concern with any super slim gadget.
So here's the deal. It's all about a compromise. On its own, the iPhone Air's 27 hours of video playback, it's decent. It's about what last year's iPhone 16 Plus got. But if you want to beat the new battery king, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you have to shell out another $99 for a separate MagSafe battery pack, which, kind of ironically, adds back all the bulk you were trying to get rid of in the first place.
Okay, so while the Air is off chasing thinness, the main iPhone 17 and 17 Pro lineup is all about practical, solid upgrades. Let's be honest, these are the phones most people are actually going to be buying.
Now, the huge news for the standard iPhone 17 is that it finally gets a 120Hz ProMotion display. This was a Pro-only feature for years, and trust me, it makes everything you do on the phone feel buttery smooth. Oh, and you'll notice all the models now start at 256 gigs of storage, which is a really welcome change.
And for the Pro models, Apple got bold with the colors this year. After so many years of, gray and silver and gold, this cosmic orange is a real statement. They're clearly trying to inject a little more personality into the high-end phones.
But that new look has been, let's say, controversial. The camera bump is now this huge bar that goes all the way across the back, which Apple calls a plateau. It's a pretty dramatic design change, and as Mashable points out here, the internet's reaction has been, well, pretty skeptical. A lot of people are just calling it flat out ugly.
All right, moving from the pocket to the wrist, Apple updated its entire watch lineup. And the story for the SE, the Series 11, and the Ultra 3 really boils down to two things: much better battery life and some serious new health features.
Kicking things off with the most affordable one, the Apple Watch SE 3. The battery life is still at 18 hours, but it's got a way faster S10 chip. And, crucially, it now has fast charging. That makes the 18-hour rating way more livable in the real world.
Now for the main one, the Apple Watch Series 11. We finally got the upgrade that everybody has been begging for. The battery is now officially rated for a full 24 hours. They can finally call it an all-day watch and actually mean it.
And then there's the beast. For the hikers and adventurers, the rugged Apple Watch Ultra 3 pushes things even further, hitting a crazy 42 hours of normal use. That's a huge 6-hour jump from the last one. Pretty impressive.
But these watches do a lot more than just last longer. Apple is getting way deeper into health. We're talking new alerts if it detects signs of high blood pressure, and really detailed sleep scores. The SE3 can even detect signs of sleep apnea, while the Ultra 3 adds that satellite SOS feature for when you're totally off the grid.
Apple also gave a much-needed, and frankly awesome, update to its most popular earbuds. The new AirPods Pro 3 are finally here, and this isn't just some tiny refresh. No, this is a major leap forward.
And the headline feature is a gigantic deal. Apple claims the active noise cancellation is twice as effective as the last generation, which was already amazing. If you commute, or fly, or work in a noisy office, that is a massive, real-world upgrade you will feel immediately.
And that's not all. They are packed with other upgrades. They can literally be a live translator in your ear. They can monitor your heart rate. They come with new foam tips for a better seal. Battery life is up to 8 hours. And the best part? The price is exactly the same, still $249.
Now, of course, all this new hardware is only half the story, right? It's the software and the accessories that really pull the whole experience together, and Apple had some pretty key updates there too.
So, the whole look and feel of your iPhone is getting a huge makeover with iOS 26. Apple's introducing this new design language they're calling liquid glass. Basically, think transparent, fluid, almost watery animations for everything from your icons to your notifications.
And this new design is really all about making it yours. For example, changing your lock screen is super simple now. You can just tap on the clock and decide if you want it to have that new transparent glass look or a more traditional solid look. It's a small thing, but it makes the phone feel a lot more personal.
Apple also rolled out a bunch of new accessories. We've got these new tech-woven cases, which are supposed to replace those fine-woven ones that, let's be honest, nobody really liked. And there's also this cool new magnetic crossbody strap that just snaps right onto the case, which is a neat new way to carry your phone.
So, okay, we've just gone through a whirlwind of new products, new phones, new watches, new AirPods, but what's the big picture? What's the so what? What's the one thread that ties all of this together? Well, when you cut through all the marketing noise, one theme really stands out. And Stan Schroeder from Mashable absolutely nailed it here. The most consistent, meaningful upgrade across nearly every single new device was just better battery life. From the AirPods, to the watch, to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, Apple's big focus was making their stuff last longer. This year was definitely about refinement. We didn't get some mind-blowing new product category. Instead, we got really strong, really practical improvements across the board. This was an evolution, not a revolution.
And that leaves us with one last really interesting thought. Think about all that crazy engineering work that went into making the iPhone Air so thin but still so strong, and how they moved components into that plateau to save space. It's hard not to wonder, were they just practicing? Is Apple setting the stage piece by piece for their very first foldable phone? Makes you think, right? If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.